Morning, this is call number 27416 in the interest of Eligio Casimir Coronado. Party, please raise your right hand to be sworn. Right hand, man. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, please state your name and your relationship to the child.
My name is Vanessa Arredondo, and I'm Eligio Coronado's mother.
All right, representing the State of Texas Attorney General's office.
Andrea Perard.
Court will note that the non-custodial parent is Eligia Coronado. Mr. Coronado was personally served on May 24th, 2022 at 9:30 a.m. at 2350 Atascocita Road in Humble, Harris County, Texas. He's not filed an answer or made an appearance. Is that correct, Ms. Perard?
That's correct, Your Honor.
We'll proceed by default.
Thank you, Your Honor. And Your Honor, at this time, the state would call Ms. Ms. Arredondo. Ma'am, in regards to conservatorship, you have no objection to being named joint managing conservator with Mr. Coronado. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
With you designating the residence with a geographic restriction to Harris and contiguous counties, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, Mr. Coronado is currently incarcerated, but should he be released, you have no objection to a standard possession order regarding possession and access being entered in this case. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And as for child support and medical support, since he is currently incarcerated, you understand that those will both be set at 0 beginning September 1st of 2022, but those can always be modified in the future should he be released. Is that your understanding and agreement?
Yes, ma'am.
And how is this child covered by insurance?
Texas Children's Medicaid.
Okay, we're going to order you to maintain that government medical assistance. And in regards to the retroactive child support request, you are not requesting any retroactive child support, medical support, or dental since he has been incarcerated in the last 4 years. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
As for the non-disclosure, you have an issue. I believe that issue was with your father, correct?
Yes.
Not with Mr. Coronado. Therefore, you'll be ordered to continue to update Mr. Coronado with your address and information, but to protect your interests, there is a non-disclosure in this court order and it will keep your address and information out of it. Is that your request?
Yes, ma'am.
I believe that concludes the order, Your Honor. I pass my witness.
All right, the court will approve the order submitted. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Ordano, you're free to go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is call number 2020-61698 in the interest of Jason Sims. Please raise your right hand to be sworn. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Please state your name and your relationship to the child.
Yanina Sims, I'm mother.
All right, and representing the State of Texas Attorney General's office.
Andrea Perard.
Court will note that the non-custodial parent is John Devon Johnson. Mr. Johnson is not present. He was in court, or he signed an order setting. He signed an order for parentage testing, which contained therein an order setting this matter for hearing today. He's not checked in or appeared. Is that correct, Ms. Perard?
That's correct, Your Honor.
We'll proceed by default.
Thank you, Your Honor. And Your Honor, the state would also ask that you to admit into evidence the DNA test results, which should indicate he is the father, and the state will file that with the court.
I'll mark it States Exhibit 1. Ms. Sims, have you had an opportunity to look at this DNA test report?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any objections of me admitting it into evidence?
No, sir.
All right, States Exhibit 1 is admitted.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, at this time, the state would call Ms. Sims. Ma'am, in regards to the child's last name, we're already legally establishing Mr. Johnson as the father of the child, Jacob, but you're asking to keep his last name as Sims. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And in regards to conservatorship, you have no objection to being named joint managing conservator with you designating the residence with a geographic restriction to Harris and contiguous counties. Is that your understanding and agreement?
Yes.
In regards to possession and access, you are asking for a phase-in periods of possession of 5 periods each for 4 phases. And once those are completed, to a standard possession order. Is that your understanding and agreement?
Yes.
And that's based on the fact that while the child is over 3, the father has had limited contact with the child. Is that right?
Yes.
Now, in regards to his income, we've been able to confirm that Mr. Johnson is currently employed with ADP and that he averages around $4,029 per month gross income. And from your knowledge, he has no additional children that lives with him or he's court ordered to pay child support for. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And how is this child covered by insurance?
Medicaid Texas Children.
We're going to order you to maintain that government medical assistance. We're requesting that Mr. Johnson reimburse the state at $181 for that government medical assistance beginning September 1st, 2022. Is that your understanding and agreement?
Yes.
Giving him credit for the cost of that health insurance, his child support will be set at $640 beginning September 1st of 2022. Is that your understanding and agreement?
Yes.
In regards to the retroactive support, you're asking for retro from the date of birth up until now, which is within the time period of 4 years prior to the date of filing. Is that right?
Yes.
And that came out to be $22,460. And we calculated that using 36 months of minimum wage and then 23 months of his current income, since we confirmed he's been working at this same business, making the same amount for the last almost 2 years. Is that correct?
Yes.
Ma'am,
And-
during that period of time, those 4 years, has the father contributed anything to the support of these children? Of
No.
this child, I'm sorry. Okay, go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. And you're asking that that judgment be confirmed and that he pay that back at $175 per month beginning September 1st of 2022. Is that your understanding and agreement?
Yes.
Now, in regards to the non-disclosure, that issues is with another person in another party. Is that correct?
Yes.
And so you have no objection to him having your contact information, but that you're asking that it be kept out of this court order for purposes of protecting your interests. Is that correct?
Yes.
That concludes the order, Your Honor. I pass my witness.
All right, for the record, the court will note that the DNA test report would indicate that the alleged father, John Johnson, is not excluded as the biological father of the tested child, Jacob Sims. The child is subject to this suit, and the court will approve the order submitted. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. May we be excused?